Republicans promised to lower costs on day one.
I just asked you a question. Please answer. Does that seem right to you?
Says I have no political consideration, will never run for an elected office again.
Never again.
Never again.
Why, too soon?
I asked you a question.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Ask you a question. Yes or no?
Not
Racist
for me.
laws, yes or
No.
no?
But you have this woman Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
Go back to your own country and figure out your constitution.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
Why do you like racist laws?
Some of these women, they're so stupid.
Yeah, I just did. But would you?
We don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
Welcome. Absolute pleasure to have everyone here. I'm not sure where all of them are. Dragon, why are you off camera? Come back, camera.
Oh, yes, sir.
Absolute pleasure to have you all here for what is to be
Good morning.
Totally professional show with no, oh my, thank God. Okay. ABF.
Yeah. What's up?
Then eating or video games or both?
It was both.
Okay. I was guessing video games, but you're literally licking your lips right now. Like,
let me guess. Satisfactory. I would be.
No, he deleted it. He's got that monkey off his back now.
I was playing Forza Motorsport, getting used to using my left foot to drive again.
With that, that's actually what I thought it was. But then still, normally, even like a Hayden 2 minutes before Crimson Desert like addiction, he pops in like at least 2 minutes before. So I'm like, something's up. So having like a whole extra rig and whatnot, I was like, but the extra food on top. Yeah, it happens. All right.
Not only that, like the wheel, like I'm getting a workout. I think it like moves you around. It's awesome.
Yeah, you're like me pretend like I'm exercising and playing Beat Saber. I mean, I totally am. Absolute pleasure to have you all here today. I recently had to do my 2025 taxes and pay my first quarter taxes, so I'm in peak government hatred mode. So it should be a fun night. ABF, how you doing? Do you hate the government too?
I do, yes.
Yay!
And I just filed for an extension so I can just kick the can down the road.
Based. I'll pay you later, government. Hopefully you claps before then. All right. So does it feel good to be back in the driver's seat?
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little jelly. Closest I've gotten is I had the PSVR and I did have a racing game in that, and that was fun.
Well, I do have VR. I need to mix the two together because that is like peak gaming.
Yes, actually, truly living in the future. Isaac, absolute pleasure to have you here. Looking good. I'm liking the corner American flag. Nice and simple.
Temporary setup. This flag, including my computer, my mic, my light, my screens, were in a box about 5 minutes ago. So we kind of got everything set up in time. Temporary setup. I got here on time, unlike other people, but nonetheless, it is a busy week for politics, dude. A lot going on. I look forward to breaking it down with you guys.
I deleted. There's so many tabs I didn't add.
Yes.
And there's so many tabs I deleted, and this is still what we're looking like, and only a couple of them are boob related. Also, just a heads up, we do have some various rewards today. Dragon-wise, I'm told you haven't been keeping up with the news recently.
Good morning, sir. No, I have not. How are you doing today, Aaron?
I'm doing great.
ABF?
I might have some bad news for you, Dragon-wise. But we
There's
were
no
starting
doubt.
off with some good news. Eric Swalwell, you may know from Banging Fang Fang. Well, the government does this hilarious thing where it gets blackmail on you, and it just holds it over your head and you do whatever they want. And then if you kind of go against them a little bit, then they put it out to their media friends, and they get all of your allies to turn on you in lockstep with the same exact words and absolutely burn you down to the ground. And that's happening to several members of Congress right now. But crazy, it's happening to Swalwell as well, because he was actually like had a chance in some like congressional race, but apparently the Republicans are doing a little too well in California, and the one of the reasons is because the Democrat field is a little too full. So, ABF, I thought you might have been muted. I'm so sorry.
There we go. The top two governors are Republicans, and there's too many Democrats, so they're just trying to kick him out so that people will band behind one and try to overcome the Republicans.
Yes, that's actually, I figure, I swear, guys, I try to get us good news. I swear. So we got about 3 tabs of good news and then about 75 tabs of terrible news. But first, I swear we're getting to the good news. All right, I'm a positive guy around here. Dragonwise, I haven't introed you yet, right? How are you doing, bud?
Yes, you have. And I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
great. Let's go. Chat, how you doing? Doug
rock and
in the
roll.
house. I told you it was going to be a cluster. I blame ABF for showing up a minute late. It threw me all off. I'm frazzled now, okay? I'm flustered. Also, are you streaming after this? Because you didn't have a stream set up. You're going to be driving instead?
No, I'm gonna set up a stream.
More on that later. Chat, absolute pleasure to have you all here. You know where that thumbs up is. You already showed you a little bit of boobs if you're interested. Or are you gay? We know Eric Swalwell's not. He really likes the ladies. Possibly a little too much to where it's very easy to get blackmail material on him. Butter starting it off nice and early. Hit Baba Yagi. Wait, where? Oh, wait. No, I thought Baba. Oh, wait, no, there's Baba. There we go. Oh no, who was holding the camera on the hooker video? Good question. And then Butter stalked him down and said, "You're asking too many questions," and turned him into a green. You'll love to see it. God,
One shot, one green.
praise. And as we all know, everything is better with butter.
You can never have too much butter.
So, been holding on to the blackmail for a while, but whoopsie daisies, TMZ got a hold of some of that blackmail. I hate those woke bitches, but they do love gossip, and occasionally they get some Democrat gossip, and they put it out, to be fair to them. It looked like it was going to be too much, but of course, as the politician he is, I'm suspending my campaign for governor. Like, you know, it's like my fight. It's totally like false and shit. I swearsies, but like, it's not a campaign's fight. But then literally everyone is just, if you aren't fit to run a campaign, what makes you fit to continue your time as a congressman? Resign. Democrats believe all women if he's running for governor, but not if he's just staying in Congress.
It's one of my favorite new accounts too, by the way, that said that last vote.
I knew you're already following this. I am
Yes.
also a loyal
Yes.
follower as well. Why would you suspend your campaign if there are false allegations? Good first step, not resign from Congress or face expulsion. Risk it dropping that $1.99 super sticker. Number 1. I assume he's talking about America. Yeah, let's go. Appreciate you, risk it. So, any guesses of how the next day went?
I can imagine in his case, not better. Not better.
Eric Swalwell resigns from Congress, or at least
Wouldn't you know?
plans to resign his seat from Congress. So hopefully he doesn't pull like a Justin Trudeau or something. Sticking a little extra. Hopefully, presumably, he is going to be retiring.
And he was a Democrat congressman for which state?
California. And
California.
Yep.
Okay.
one of the top like, because you have like the idiots, the useful idiots, like the AOCs and stuff. You got the useful idiots who are slightly more evil, such as like the Ilhan Omars, you know, the more Muslim persuasions of the crazy harpies. But then you get the ones that know what they're doing a bit more. The Hakeem Jeffries and such. The Adam Schiffs. And Eric Swalwell was definitely amongst those shady fucks.
He was a heavy hitter. He was a heavy hitter in Congress for being a troublemaker.
Like-
he pushed a lot of Russia stuff back in the day. A lot of stuff like that. He is
It
bad
was a big,
dude. That's
it was
all
a
I'm gonna
big
say.
burn. They didn't just burn a little person. This was a big burn.
It was.
And they just did it because he was stepping out of like his place. Because that's something we have to remember, similar to, you know, like a China, or like a terrorist group you fund. Sometimes like you control them, but they get out of your control. So occasionally you have to do like your various gangster tactics to get them back in line.
I understand.
And such as like a Bernie Sanders trying to steal Hillary's nomination and things like that. Is though that was more of like a dog nip. This though, they burn him. So that's very interesting. They really, 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 really care about this governor.
For the side of people that always campaign on down with the system, they're really all about the system and the orderliness of keeping the whole construct of the machine together. That it's just, I have to say, credit where it's due. The DNC is very talented at keeping their own people in line and rigging things in a way where they get the person they want.
They've been, for how insane they are, they've been relatively sane also. I believe, yeah, you sent me there with the Democrats' Easter message where they actually had like the
first time they ever put a cross
or something, right?
Ever.
So
they know what they're doing. They see the way the tide is turning, and they're going to try to grift off of it big time.
Have you seen the allegations? Do you know what the allegations are against Swalwell?
Swalwell?
Yeah.
Seems to be like a Biden Hunter-esque hookers and sexual harassment.
Titties and beer.
There's a girl that claims
Hunter plus Joe Biden.
So there's a girl that claims that she partied in a hotel with Swalwell and she woke up and she felt like, something happened to her when she woke up. Like she could feel her body feeling strange. So a year passes and then she decides to party with Swalwell again in a hotel. And then she says that it happened again. Like, I don't want to defend Swalwell, but this all sounds like a lot of BS. So
yeah, there probably is a bit of there,
yeah.
But 100%, this is some Me Too bullshit as well.
Oh yeah,
but he's been 100% behind the Me Too bullshit. Isaac,
he's a male. He's one of the male. Believe all women crowd. You know what I mean? Don't come crying to me when your own, mantra comes back to bite you in the ass because you are a degenerate in your own life. If you can't hold yourself to your own standards, then what else can you do? So
I actually think that this might be less of a deal than the Fang Fang thing. And no one freaked out on the left with the Fang Fang stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is a full-blown, coordinated burn. It was kind of insane how the Democrats all came out, one right after another. It was, it felt very coordinated.
It looks like a culling. They're culling him. He is the weak link, and they are chopping him off the chain.
Yeah,
so.
But then, he's... we're talking Intel committee and shit like that. So
yes,
it's a burn. It's a burn. Yeah, he got his burn notice.
It's almost mafia style.
Yeah, this actually points that out well. The Swalwell saga perfectly shows how politics really works in America. They've had this dirt on him for years and sat on it until he stepped out of line. Explains why no matter who you vote for, you get the same results. One nation under blackmail. And seeing this Trump administration feeling very uniparty vibes these days, sadly. More on that now. Actually, wait, do we have any more good news? We have one buffer. We have one more buffer before we get to all the bad news, guys. And there's boobs. There's also boobs. I swear. All right. Okay. All right. Stretch. Oren. I'll tell you a little secret. You can just be pro-Christian and pro-American. I like that. You don't need to team up with Muslims against Jews or Jews against Muslims. You don't need to side with Israel or Iran. You can just be pro your own side. Pretty reasonable. Yeah, everyone like the dragon? You like that?
Yes.
ABF, you a America First kind of guy?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jew obsessors really fucking hated this one. Isaac,
on both sides.
Oh. Well, my algorithm didn't show much of one side, but there was still a lot of... I always love this meme. Yeah, this is excellent. A lot of people do get it, to be fair. Yeah, I hate Israel. Wow, you must really support Palestine. You support Palestine, right?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, we support Palestine.
It's like people are like, oh, you don't like Israel because of what they do to Arab people. It's like, that's not why.
Now let me tell you about the Crusades.
Which it looks like is never going to happen ever at this point in our lifetime. Thanks a lot to certain people. So
yeah, those Catholics. All right, now moving along. Oh yeah, I forgot. We have a little bit more buffer. Guys, please share the stream so everyone can see us talk about all the good news happening in the world today and totally not Trump completely self-imploding and MAGA being more divided than it's ever been, to the point where I think it might possibly be over. But we're going to have a laugh in the process.
I just think it's a good policy. Never attack your greatest supporters, no matter who you are. You know, the most loyal people behind you, don't attack them.
Who was that? The actor that was on Megyn Kelly, and he was like, "You don't want to alienate half your audience."
Was that possibly Kevin Sorbo? I know he's been talking about that.
No, it was Jeff or Josh. God, I have to look up his name.
Starts with a J.
Yeah, you tell me.
I'll
Literally
find him.
any conservative actor ever has said those exact words.
I don't think he's conservative. He was in Transformers. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. White military guy. I probably look like him in one of his movies right now. Just need to get me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here, hold on. Do I look like him?
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. Josh Duhamel.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Duhamel.
That's what I was thinking. See, I not as much now, but all right.
Yes.
Moving along. I may have accidentally hit a button and I might have done things to my new headphones. They make sounds. A women's voices talk to me in it. I hate it. It's disturbing. I don't need a voice telling me when things are turning on and off. Fuck you. Sorry. What were we talking about? I gotta take this shit off. Get out.
I have to say the messaging this week has been rough. Calling, I'm sure we'll be getting into it, but you don't want to call your supporters low IQ. You don't want to alienate people, especially religiously. You don't want to commit blasphemy. That's never a good policy.
Trump fucked up so hard so many times. I had to start putting it in the timeline so we could see the proper fucking nosedive.
And I always like to rebut it with, like you say, like gray pill, never go full negative, always balance it. And I always say, so many policies of Trump that I love and support, so many. And it's becoming harder and harder to constantly defend that.
Yeah, bro's like, well, I'm going to tag all my biggest supporters like Tucker and Alex Jones. And then the next day, I'm going to endorse Lindsey Graham. And then the next day, I'm going to endorse the Great Reset. The next day, I'm going to fight with the Pope. And the next day, I'm going to post me as Jesus.
The way that hits me, I'm telling you, this hits me in we talk about merit-based. I have been an Alex Jones supporter before I was ever a Trump supporter in 2015. I was watching Alex Jones before 2015, before Trump was in the campaign. Alex Jones takes seniority with me, so.
I do too. We'll go. Okay, ABF, you go first. Your hypothesis?
We got tired of winning.
Yes. Yes, sometimes around the covering up for Epstein and Midnight Hammer, somewhere around there was just too much winning. Okay. All right. Dragon, you're so right. But okay, I'm gonna make my argument. I like that. We got tired of winning, or hear me out. Milo figured it out. I pointed it out last week. He's possessed, and Paula White brought it in with her.
She's a dispensationalist demon, so that's true. Yes. Yeah.
When we're looking at the possibilities of what has happened to him, I put the Jew demon at least 10% plus. With all due respect to all of my Jewish friends and viewers. All right, now Dragon Wise. And 50 up in this bitch. Now, please like and share the stream. And what were your thoughts on this wonderful super chatter, Dragon?
Oh, I realized I get Google Points whenever I use my phone, so.
Google Points led to my sister winning these $250 pair of headphones for me for free.
Yeah, and so
yeah, I
just use my second account.
I like it, math, and then I will say credit to Trump. No tax on tips saved my ass. So
hell yeah.
No tax on super chats. So there is something positive. I'm very angry at my government having to give up money. But to be fair, the no tax on tips fucking saved my ass. So, hey.
Hopefully it doesn't get taken away from us at some point.
It only has 2 more years. It was only a 3-year thing. So, yeah, it's going to be taken from us. But
that needs to
Taxation
be
is
codified into the that needs to be codified into the Constitution, as far as I'm
I
concerned.
agree.
do you guys? All right. Sorry, I saw this in Africa. Shout out to our Hebrew viewers, Hebrews.
Otherwise known as coffee makers, too. By the way, we also, baristas. So.
Okay, I don't even remember what I was talking about, but I do remember I have a Dragon Mice clip. Sorry, I'm laughing. It hurts. Honestly, we have too many tabs for me to remember what the hell I was talking about. So, I like to check in on vibes. And while everything is imploding, the White House, dude, the DHS have one of my favorite X accounts. The meme magic was so fucking real. And now it is so fucking dead. The White House, when you hear it panicking, no panicking. And Trump's like, be quiet, guys. No panicking. Isaac?
I would just say I fully agree with that statement. Never panic, but that's not what they are applying it to. Valid criticism, valid concerns, valid whatever, is not panicking. That's not panicking. I would say, too, you scroll up. I don't like half of the people that we just looked at. I don't like half those people right there in that screen.
Well, obviously, this queer
I'm saying in
botter,
that picture of all the faces. I'm saying...
Yeah, that one right there.
I don't like half the people there. But the point of the matter is,
because they're lumping a shit ton of different people together.
When you start applying the term panicking to your most longtime supporters that have always had your back, that's when you're losing the vibe. And I just, you got to be open to criticism. Especially
not
from
a
your
good
greatest
idea.
supporters.
Because now they're gonna make him a target.
It's true. Yeah.
They're gonna piss him off, and they're gonna divert all their effort from praising you, and at least not shitting on you to shitting on you.
And
so
that,
remember we'll go to you. Remember when Hillary called us all a basket of deplorables, and it rallied us to Trump's side, and now Trump and all of his supporters are essentially calling us a basket of deplorables. But no, their current slur is podcaster.
I saw that.
Which means us. I have a whole segment on their current attack on podcasters, and by podcasters,
well, 2024 was the podcast
us.
election. That's how Trump got elected in 2024, big time. Was from the Joe Rogans and the everybody else of the world coming out and just simply even platforming Trump. When obviously the mainstream media will not. And you want to appeal to those people, I would say, instead of alienating them.
The meme magic died, but there is still meme magic. Trump doesn't have the meme magic. There's still meme magic, though, and it's currently been weaponized against Trump. Fuck.
Well,
no, I want the Democrats to win a little bit, bro. I'm like a mild accelerationism kind of a guy. This bro is pouring nuclear bombs on the fire. Jesus Christ, no. Could we maybe just let him have the House? Could we not give him the Senate too?
See, the thing is, I want none of that. I want Democrats to never win ever. I just want a higher class of Republican. That's all I want. I know you're making the point that we will never have that until hard times, all of that. I understand. But ideally, I never want a Democrat to win. I just want a good Republican. And I feel like bullying Republicans into performing correctly is the way to do it.
So the problem though, just like the console wars, right? Like Sony won and Xbox isn't really a threat anymore. And then they end up raising prices on you. If there's no competition, they will just screw you over. It happens every single time.
Literally sell you out to India.
Yeah, you have to have both parties force themselves to have good policies for us to be like, ooh, we like that.
Do you think winning the popular vote, which is something Republicans have not done in decades, that just may have gone to Trump's head, the administration's head? We are so popular, we're too big to fail, essentially.
Mandate? Remember when I gave everyone 2 weeks to celebrate their mandate, and then I finally had to pop the little bubble and say, guys, it's like a razor thin margin with the rhinos. You barely have a majority, let alone 60 fucking votes. All right, moving along. Isaac, what if I told you Trump is still praising Allah? Would you believe me?
Yeah, that was poor phrasing on his part. I did
And he
not care for that post.
He keeps fucking doing it.
He's doing it. No, he's doing it provocatively, obviously, but
Yeah.
I don't.
And multiple times now. The fake news media has lost total credibility. So essentially, he's saying that we won the Iran war, and anyone who has any issues with anything are just fake news.
What I don't understand about that, if we win, that means we don't have to fight.
Well, yeah. Well, see, he brags about how we destroyed their navy, we destroyed their army, we destroyed all of their leaders. Praise be Allah. Genuinely, that's what he says.
Cool. So why? That's the confused messaging that's messing a lot of people up.
We're now starting the process of clearing out the strait as a favor to countries all over the world, including China, Japan, South Korea, France, Germany, and many others. We're doing them a favor by opening the straits that we close. Incredibly, they don't have the courage or will to do this work themselves. They weren't the ones who closed it. Very interestingly, however, empty oil-carrying ships from many nations are all heading to the United States of America to load up with oil. Did you guys see any of the maps of all the oil tankers here? Grums was posting them and how Trump is so smart with his 5D chess. Do you guys understand supply and demand? Do you understand that if we already have really high gas prices and then a bunch of tankers come over here to take even more of our supply, that means higher gas prices for us and them? ABF thoughts? Muted? Yeah, I knew it. I can sense it.
Damn it, I'm trying to set up my stream at the same time. No, it's still 485 in my state, and I suspect it'll go higher because, yeah, when there is less of a thing, they're going to charge more for it. That's how supply and demand works.
To be fair, the point I've heard on the counter argument of that is that this reinforces the status of the American dollar on the world stage. If they're not purchasing oil with American dollar, so
this whole situation's been really great for the future of the petrodollar. Yeah, 2017.
That's what I've been hearing all day as a response to that.
That's
Whereas
not a
all
stillman
I'm
argument.
concerned about as an
That's
American
retarded.
is I can't afford gas as much as I used to.
Guys, we saved the petrodollar and it's $10 a gallon
But
now,
it also
bros.
boils down to they're talking about all this ideological stuff. And it really does boil down to it's the economy, stupid. That's what wins elections. Can't affordability, everything. And deportations would solve most of that, so as well. So
And yeah, everything we were concerned about is real. No, not Israel. Is real. Mass deportations are not a thing, and now they're only doing criminal deportations now,
which is all illegals. So come on,
it's real. Our fears we were right to be concerned. We're not getting mass deportations,
we're not
guys.
getting mass
We're not even
deportations.
getting just normal deportations. We're just getting people with specific deportation orders and they're tracking them down. But if in the process they find other illegals, sorry, they get to stay.
Which the response to that I've gotten is like, well, aren't you happy? It's better than nothing. But I voted for more than that. So I'm not getting what I voted for. Of course I'm happy. Violent people are leaving the country. I voted for all illegals to leave the country. And it's not too much to ask for accountability on that. That's what we voted for. That's part of the mandate. So, but because, a couple thousand people freaked out in Minnesota and they chose to not send the military in to back up ICE. I guess we can't save our country because a few liberals got mad. So
Jesus Christ. And that's diesel. The diesel price is also really important because that gets worked into a lot of things, especially our food prices.
And that doesn't make any sense to me because it costs less to refine diesel.
Like at one point, because supply is less?
Yeah, it's because there's a higher demand, so they artificially hike it up so that it just doesn't get all used up.
Gotcha.
I was talking to a guy that does scrap and wrecking and stuff in that, and just like even small mom and pop towing, scrap everything businesses that use diesel trucks. They're like, we can't go to customers as far away anymore. We have to work more locally. So it's constricting business too for small companies.
Yeah.
Just the fuel cost.
Don't worry, Donald Trump is on the case. He has everything planned out perfectly. Tactical 7D stable genius. JP Sears gives us a war update. Iran opened the Strait of Hormuz. In response, Trump is now blocking it. So it's effectively closed. This comes after continued fighting in an effort to force Iran to open the Straits of Hormuz, which Trump has blockaded now, which they closed because of the war. A successful circle jerk. So they closed it, but then they opened it, but then Trump didn't like that they were getting a fee, so now we're closing it, and now no one's allowed to get through, and anyone who paid a fee, even though we told them to make their own deals and pay their own fees, now we're gonna hunt you down like dogs and kill you like those Venezuelan narco terrorists. In fucking quote, I'm not kidding. He's lost his goddamn mind. Like, he's possessed by the Paul's demon.
I believe the end goal is that there's totally open, no tolls, none of that. And the question
Like
is that feasible? That's the question here. I don't know.
Do we have time travel yet? Like, I know we don't tell us we do, but do we have time travel available? Then we could fix this issue by not doing Israel's bidding or saying no to them. Literally one syllable. If we just went back in time and said one syllable, then we wouldn't have to worry about the Straits of Hormuz being closed or gas prices being expensive. One syllable. And then imagine if we went back in time and said that to like women or like civil rights activists. It's a powerful word. All right.
No.
ABF, did you have any thought? Oh wait, no. You're looking. Are you still setting it up?
No, it's all set up.
Okay.
No, what I was gonna say is, I mean, I don't know if I believe this or not, but supposedly the current leader of Iran has been like getting like, visibly angry about how he only has a couple weeks left of like cash to burn to like run the country or something like that, and that's what they're trying to do, is to try to blockade the entire country so that it goes into absolute free fall. That's some of the grumblings I've seen on Twitter. So,
yeah. So we're back to the genocide then, is what I'm hearing. Sweet. I mean,
the way I'm seeing that framed is, it's the way I've seen that framed is it's they did it to themselves type of thing. And
just like those dirty Cubans were currently starving out and not letting have power.
I know.
Why does everyone hate us in Israel? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Here's the point that I have. We've had to do unfortunate things through history, militarily speaking. Japan, World War II, a lot of other stuff. And if it always boils down to can this action be justified in any semblance of a way? And I just want to hear the argument of how this benefits this action. How does it benefit
I don't. I've heard boomer neocon talking points. I don't need to hear them for the millionth time to know they're wrong.
I have not heard an argument that has convinced me yet. So
yeah.
I have yet to hear an argument. It's literally just the boomercon, neocon talking points and all the paid shill conservative influencers on Twitter, all the talking points they get paid to put out.
They're just at this point.
Every terrorist ever born came out of Iran. That's why we got to take them out. Didn't you hear?
47 years, bro. We've been at war forever. It's not a forever war, but also we've been at war forever. Shut up. Stop.
But also,
questions.
we're not at war either.
All right.
So
all right. So I talked about this last week. We might be losing a little standing in the world, and arguably Israel is incentivized to lower our standing in the world and raise up China so they can be in the middle with their greater Israel Silk Road in between it all, so they could become their own little mini empire. And to do that, they need to destroy the West and raise up China and BRICS so they can be that nice little middle empire that sides with BRICS but isn't quite BRICS, because, they get to be an ethno-state. Like the Chinese get to be an ethno-state. It's really weird how effective ethno-states are. Now, speaking of how much everyone hates America now, it appears the new strategies to make the strait everyone's problem. Correct. It's super popular and no one is supporting this, and Trump is lashing out against all of our supposed allies and compel Europe to apply pressure or join the fight directly. The question then becomes, does the admin have the will to hold a globally unpopular course with serious economic implications? We're going to be everyone is going to turn against us in Israel. And that's my prophecy, that then Israel is going to turn against us. So it's literally just us being
They have no
destroyed.
loyalty to anyone but themselves.
China and Israel rising up. And I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Just one thing to elaborate too on Trump attacking people who are criticizing these actions. I think he would do a lot better in the PR department if he just ignored people who disagreed with him at this point. Ignore, the man in the funny hat in Rome, ignore Alex Jones, ignore Tucker, whatever, Candace Owens, whatever, instead of openly attacking these people who have millions of followers, millions of supporters. You're alienating the people who have backed you. That's not the way to handle this whatsoever. And he's just lashing out.
Is Trump directly calling all of those, like you said, Tucker, Megyn Kelly, all of them, all of his?
Oh, don't you worry. Oh, direct.
Yes,
bro.
he is.
I've got some
real IQ and a lot of
we'll get to it. Yeah, we'll get to it. Don't worry. We have a whole segment on it.
He is directly attacking them by name.
Because that's how he won.
I'm being very nice to Trump. So many times seeing these throughout that last week. I've had my issues with Trump throughout the years, but this is a pretty recent development. I see these things he says and I literally say, fuck you, you piece of shit, and things like that now.
I'm just going to say,
I hate this guy now.
I have no loyalty to Candace Owens. I'm Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, indifferent. You fuck with Alex Jones, you fucking with me. I'm sorry, pardon my French. Alex is the OG. I owe that guy a lot in terms of information and things he's done for my country personally. I love Alex Jones.
He's still not allowed back on YouTube, is he?
Don't mess with patriots. Don't mess with patriots. And Alex Jones is a patriot.
So I voted for Trump in 2016. And then Trump's doing all this insane shit. Other countries will be involved with this blockade. There's no one else to do this. He's literally just lying, and he's trying to talk things into reality. He's trying to speak things into reality. He's lost it so much and he has so little support. He's just making up support.
It's yelling.
Now.
It's yelling into the ether manifestation.
It's fucking gross. What the fuck?
It's boomer coded. It's a generational thing too. You can apply a lot. It's just he's having a boomer moment.
That's 10+% is dementia for sure, or 7G, or
I'm
there's
just saying
definitely
the
10+%.
They mind virus.
They spiked his Diet Coke. Oh yeah, ideologically, yeah. The Fox News boomer mind virus is 25% plus.
Yes.
But he's always had that. So what took it to tier 3? Been hanging out with Mark Levin too much? I don't know.
A lot of people are saying too his son-in-law is not a good influence as well.
But he was even closer to him in the first admin than this one.
But have you noticed the support for Israel has plummeted, and so that maybe there's a sense of desperation coming about where it's time to double down.
Jared was literally he was his closest advisor in the first admin, where he's considerably farther away now. So why didn't Jared infect him then?
Because
so it's not
nobody
just Jared.
was criticizing Israel in 2016 to the degree that we are now.
I knew nothing. Criticizing Jared Kushner.
I know, but I knew nothing
for a decade now. I've been criticizing.
I knew essentially nothing about the nation state of Israel in 2016. I barely knew they existed, as did most people. And now you have voices like Tucker who rarely ever mentioned them back in the day. Alex Jones, even back in the day, he was
that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what happened to Trump.
Very similar to what happened.
Jared Kushner.
It's the people around him.
He had even worse snakes around him in the first admin. So it's something else. It's not just that, because he's always had these snakes around, and he's been a good boy till just now. So what was it that flipped that switch to where he listened to these snakes in the grass? It's not just the snakes in the grass, because he was ignoring them
during 2020, 2019. Whenever it came to COVID, he listened to them, and that's Yeah.
Anyone who thinks that Alex is losing it or lost it or is grifting or fell off or anything like that,
I personally disagree with
you need to have
Tony
a
on
look.
that one.
You need to
Personally
have a look
disagree.
in the mirror. You fucked up somewhere. There are some people you need to unfollow. Just throwing it out there.
Just want to say Alex is he's spot on with a lot of stuff. And
Yeah, he's gonna post occasional Arma 3 footage and think it's real.
Dude,
But
if anything, Alex is more grounded now. He's literally more sober minded at this point. He's more connected with reality at this point.
he's put off having to really call out Israel for a long time. He is as impartial about that as he can be, and even he can't take it anymore because they're making a giant power move. It's the power move. You can say it's Jared. It's not just all of a sudden he's like, you know what, I like Jared Kushner. And there was some sort of power move. There was also a killing Charlie thing, which every day that goes by, I can't help but think more and more. That wasn't just a trainee brony lover. Now back to alienating ourselves from Europe. Oh, back to it. I assume a dad joke. Oh wait. Oh my God. Is it also racism against Indians? ABF. I don't know where he went, but there's this lovely super chatter here in his name. There he is. 69.
What happened?
Nice. 69. Nice. We're about to see. In which city do India people leave their mother? Mumbai. I like it as much as I hate Indians. Yes. Beautiful. And we have some clips for that. Let's find a rando. And it's always important to exercise your Second Amendment rights on news cable broadcast.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Bang!
I really needed to add sound effects to it. I'm haunted every time I see that I didn't add shooting sound effects to it. But there we go. I'll add some real shooting sound effects. There we go. And punch my mic in the process. Shout out ABF. Appreciate you. We have certainly unlocked. No, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. All right. No, I need that. Now we've seen the hydraulic press, but we'll save that for any future super chats the rest of the stream. I don't know who this bimbo is, but she does have some interesting talents attached to her. You know, she's probably a terrible person. I definitely don't want to watch any of her streams. But, you know, she can stay as far as I'm concerned.
You're pulling in Alex Stein here? Acceptance?
Jake Martin.
Oh, yeah. Big booby Latinas. We do say woo too. As long as they're not dirty commies. We want them. But see, that's the thing is she's too stupid to hold a political opinion, even a brain dead leftist opinion, right?
All of this is solved with the 19th Amendment. I'm just saying. We can have good things too. So
we will discuss that when the time comes. Without the women, of course. We will discuss that. And of course, we have a clip for that.
Attract customers to your business. Make a splash at your next presentation. Keep grandma company. Protect your crops. Confuse your neighbors. African American? Hail a cab. Testify in church or just raise the roof.
When we get the 19th repealed, I'm buying one of those to celebrate.
I just want to say, Babo Yogi better damn well be joking with that last comment. That's all I gotta say.
What did he say?
Either you get
no
after that. After
no.
Oh, that? I mean,
you better be joking.
I mean,
we're not pulling an as here, okay? Let's
come
on. You know.
No, around here, this is how we treat women. Thank you.
Now, how about a smooch, huh?
And also, just a friendly reminder, you guys are allowed to have whatever opinions you guys want, okay? I'm not going to gatekeep your guys' opinions. But if they're a neocon opinion, I have a clip for that.
Please clap.
And if it's extra bad, I have a 12-second one, all right? So, chat, you guys feel free to think whatever you want. And I'm going to feel free to play clips and neocon alerts if you guys deserve them.
fully embracing 1600s Puritan at this point. Purge everything that I don't agree with from the country.
But
So,
are you? But how Puritan are you?
I've always said I might be. I've always said I might be racist, but I'm not gay. There is a line to everything. There's an exception to every rule. You be real. Be real. Be real.
Bring on the American Empire.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I appreciate you guys for not getting too far off from some wheel spinning. All right, now back to us pissing off Europe. Aiden Paladin, she's on our side of the internet. She also bit political. She's been over. She's American, but in the UK and
St. George's flag.
We talked about her last week. Last week, the mega narrative was that the lazy, cowardly Europores need to get their own oil, which I saw someone basically say in our chat. France said, okay, brokered a deal and sailed on through. Other Euro countries started doing the same. Now the US is going to blockade the strait and intercept vessels from Europe and Asian countries that made such deal. I wasn't kidding. I've also instructed our Navy to seek out and interact every vessel in international waters that has paid a toll to Iran after telling people to make a deal with Iran to get through. The rest of the world was trying to do what Trump demanded, but no, the whole planet must suffer for Bibi's war. America and Israel have declared themselves enemies of the world. There is no other way to look at it. Whether or not you guys can think that you fully support this and think it's the right decision, the rest of the world does not.
This is kind of like, goes back to the NATO thing. Who contributes more to NATO than the U.S.?
Oh, don't you worry. We'll get into NATO. We're finally going to get out of NATO. So Israel can go to war with Turkey. I have yet another update on that. So Ursula von der Leyen, the dictatoress of Europe, for those that don't know her. Well, what are we going to do about the energy crisis we now have? Well, the cheapest energy is the one you don't use. Stay home. Don't drive.
No.
Don't use electricity, ABF. No. Any thoughts on being in a energy rationing climate lockdown?
Eat the bugs, live in the pod.
ADF, we've been playing Planet Crafter. This is how we save the planet, is by driving our car.
Yeah, and making nuclear power plants.
Yes.
Good news, a lot of the bug companies are actually going out of business, similar to the fake meat companies. So fingers crossed.
Turns out that shit never sold very well.
Yeah, thank God. Now,
horrible.
So there's a bunch of stuff going on with the strait. It's an absolute clusterfuck. Oh my God. And then we all knew it was coming. We've won 3 days in, crowd. We all knew it wasn't over. It's so far from being over. And why might that be? Well, there happens to be a certain someone doing everything he can to destroy the negotiation process. They're having to do fucking fighter jets alongside the negotiators because they're so worried this dude is going to blow the negotiators up. So, Benjamin Netanyahu. Oh, no spoilers. All right. How am I putting this? Dragon, you haven't heard the news this
No,
week.
I have not.
Benjamin Netanyahu said that J.D. Vance personally relayed the details of the peace talks to him on the way back from Islamabad, Pakistan. Quote, he reported to me in detail as members of this administration do every day. Thoughts? Our admin is reporting to BB every single day. The Israelis were actually mad that we're negotiating. They said, we didn't agree to negotiations. Where's our representatives? Their names Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff. And the scuttlebutt is that BB literally was calling in the middle of the negotiations, interrupting them to where JD had to go take a call in the middle. Like the good little lapdog he is. Isaac, how's that? How's that feel?
Receipts.
You like that?
That's foreign influence in our international dealings. I don't like that.
Dragon, I said I'm going to need some receipts too. And then this popped up after that. This is the fucking receipts right here. If they're reporting to him immediately after, I would not be surprised. Talk about some fucking chutzpah. This dude's literally trying to start World War III right now.
Things are right now. If you mention this to the average, like they're going to be like, "You're panicking. You're panicking. You're panicking." That's the response to mentioning anything like this, and that's insane because this is legitimate criticism. This is legitimate criticism.
Don't be a sheep.
And I keep saying that Israel is trying to go to war with Turkey. In Syria, part of Israel, they got to go up to Turkey. That's really important. That's like where basically the Middle East gets into Europe. Turkey essentially holds Europe hostage, holding the Muslim hordes back and stuff like that. Very important. So to create the greater Israel, they got to deal with Turkey. The problem is Turkey is part of NATO. Bibi, Israel under my leadership will continue to fight Iran's terror regime and its proxies, unlike Erdogan, the leader of Turkey, who accommodates them and massacred his own Kurdish citizens. I brought up the Kurds last week. Do you guys remember why I brought up the Kurds?
No.
The Kurds are the crazies who live in the middle of like 5 different fucking countries and want to like claim their own Kurdistan. That's never gonna fucking happen because it's in the middle of 5 fucking countries. And so we constantly use them to cause problems and uprisings in those various countries, such as Syria. The Kurds are the ones who are running guns to the Iranian protesters who are totally legitimate grassroots guys. We're just so fed up with our leadership right as Israel wants to invade us. It's so weird. Oh no, exactly 30,000 of us died, not one more or less. Oh, it's been 2 days. 50,000 of us died. We swearsies. That was brought to you by Israel arming the Kurds in the West. So that's Bibi is complaining.
CIA's secret Nazi army right after World War II.
So for those who need it translated, Bibi is essentially threatening to use the Kurds against Erdogan in Turkey.
That's insane.
Not in Turkey. Sorry, in Syria, which Turkey is in. So take on Turkey in Syria, arming Kurdish rebels like terrorists to do it. Western intelligence, you gotta love them, guys. Or we could overthrow them, just throwing it out in Minecraft.
That's true too, and people don't seem to realize the Middle East is the graveyard of empires, and it is better for us as American people to isolate them because Muslims and Jews ideologically do not have the turn the other cheek, kind of live and let live in a way, Christian values that we have here in the West. And I'm just gonna say,
you are worried about the Turks, first off.
And
second, yes,
there will never be peace in the Middle East.
They're part of NATO, which we are part of. So, are we going to go to war against Turkey or Israel? Who fucking knows?
That's a really stupid comment because we have a literal agreement to defend them if they are attacked, being a part of NATO. That's a foolish comment because
like Article 8 or whatever.
That would be Israel going to war with us. Let's see how that plays out. So what's it going to be?
Well, we're going to bomb. We're going to bomb us. I don't know.
So this boils down to: are we going to be turning our backs on NATO allies? Is that a good?
And I warn with Midnight Hammer. Okay, this might be over, but it's not over. By him not restraining the Israelis, more was coming. They immediately went and ethnically cleansed Gaza completely, and then are turning it into a 15-minute city with Jared Kushner and his Gulf state techno-Jews. And then now we're back in Iran, and now the next thing they want is because when Al-Qaeda, like ISIS guy, takes over Syria, then Israel moves in, and then Turkey also moves into the north, and then we'll get to Lebanon. They're just like, hey, we're just gonna bomb apartment buildings in Beirut. We're war criminals just out in the open. Fuck everyone. But more on that in a second.
I just want to say too, Sal nailed it in the chat. That's what I was trying to remember. Article 5. We have literal written in stone.
That's 3 off.
Obligations to defend our allies. So it's not even up for
which is going to be really awkward when we discover Turkey is 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon.
That too. They're the largest state sponsor of terrorism, I've heard as well.
I had about 4 or 5 tweets today that I deleted instead of sending. The one I finally sent was the fucking Prime Minister of India, and I said, quick, India's 2 weeks away from a nuke. And it's funny because they already have nukes. Why do we let India have nukes?
Dude, why do we let Israel have nukes? Why do we let all these other countries
What do you
have
mean?
nukes?
They don't have nukes, Isaac.
Really? It's an anti-Semitic conspiracy
Apex, not foreign agents. All right, moving along to noted conspiracy theorist Joe Kent, who's been, oh my God, like the day after, he was just proven right 100%, but he's been proven like 1,000% right, and he keeps nailing it. And this is in response to, NATO wasn't there when we needed them, and they won't be there if we need them again. Remember Greenland? That big, poorly run piece of ice. All caps, no, and the present DJT, this was not written by him. Oh, but he seems to approve all the shit that's being written. Unfortunately, leaving NATO won't be to avoid foreign entanglements. We'll be leaving NATO so we can side with Israel when Turkey and Israel eventually clash in Syria. That's why this matters. And he literally was the head of fucking counterterrorism. I think he might know a thing or two about these geopolitics. This is after we helped topple the secular Syrian government. Well, it's on the list of regimes we had to overthrow and install the former Al-Qaeda ISIS leader as president. And then we invite them over to the West and shake his hand. Time to stop playing arsonist and fireman in the Middle East. It's just not worth it. Joe Kent's been fucking crushing it. That man is an absolute fucking hero.
Just his reputation and his service record alone. I don't care. You don't have to agree with everything he's saying right now. I probably don't. I haven't read everything he's posted, but his service record is impeccable. The man is a really highly decorated veteran to this nation. So that alone, you have to respect it. You have to respect it.
Our heroes, like he is their hero. Yeah, like he is well known. Like that dude. Yes. He's a superhero.
He literally is. Yeah.
And like physically combat has done all the superheroing, but now having the standards, principles, and integrity in his position and having to resign and deal with all these attacks, a whole nother kind of heroism to do that.
Yes.
And it's almost in ways harder to do that. And just look how many strong men fell to all the lockdowns and took the COVID jab just because I gotta for my family, keep my job or whatever, or travel or whatever. I'm not saying I'm more heroic than a special forces guy for not taking the jab, but like
you're giving the comparison, standing on principle, no matter the cost or the degree, you still got to stand on principle.
Yes. Now I mentioned how Israel wasn't happy with what was going on. We're going to go into southern Lebanon, the partly Christian country run by Christians that has a long history being involved with Christendom in the West. And Beirut is like one of the capitals of the fucking world. So when we're talking about it, we're just like bombing some Hezbollah down in the South, guys. And then they said, fuck it, we're just straight up doing war crimes in Beirut. We could have done a whole fucking episode just on all the videos of this shit. I don't want to be associated with the people doing this. I would actually kind of like to do this to the people who are doing that, but you're really not allowed to say that. And the one country putting up any sort of defense against the countries doing this, well, they are currently just being taken back to the Stone Age. So we're in a really weird position.
I simply cannot condone that.
Okay, maybe we're not Lebanon's ally, but what about when Israel starts doing this to NATO countries?
I very much can't condone that.
That was Israel that bombed Beirut?
Maybe constraint. Yeah, that I don't think we were. I don't think we were helping with that at all. We're doing all the heavy lifting everywhere else. But then when they want to go do like some real proper war criming, that's when they finally actually launch some of their own rockets. Mm-hmm.
They go from being. I thought they were little helpless. We need help. Defend us. It's the Holocaust.
Well, that's why they can
help us.
That's why they can only 1v1 apartment complexes.
True. Yeah, I mean, school kids don't put up much of a fight, I guess. So
I warned about something else last week, guys. Fertilizer prices. Trump, there's one certain day, the 11th, because this isn't him. I don't think this is him writing these. Someone got all the polling for what he's fucked in and what people are most concerned about with the war. Someone watched our stream last week, I think, and he put out a bunch of tweets related to that, try to ease people's concerns, made them all worse, and then dropped some of the worst tweets I've ever fucking seen. He literally,
like I said, the PR campaign is trash right now.
Dragonwise, what if I told you he literally it's promoted he's doing a great reset, essentially? What if I told you we're currently living through Trump's great reset? Would you believe me? Would you think I was being a little too hyperbolic when I said something like that?
Well, it depends on the reference.
All right, we're gonna
great reset.
We're gonna have to. Oh, we'll see. We'll get to it. But first, I'm watching fertilizer prices closely during our fight for freedom in Iran. For those who weren't keeping track, today it's nukes. It's nukes. I don't know what it's going to be tomorrow. Apparently on the 11th, we were saving all the freedom fighters in Iran. Today it's nuke. Tomorrow, anyone want to take any guesses? The Strait. It's going to be the Strait tomorrow, and then I fucking hate these people now. I'm done.
You guys remember
my contempt for these people.
Operation Iraqi Freedom? That's what that sounds like to me.
I remember we actually have something related to that.
Any outlaw regime that has ties to terrorist groups and seeks or possesses weapons of mass destruction is a grave danger to the civilized world and will be confronted.
Sorry, that was a prophylactic neocon alert. I know a neocon, but that was just to remind people to maybe don't sound like a fucking retard and a flaming F slur like Lindsey Graham. Just throwing it out there. But we'll talk Lindsey Graham here momentarily. The United States will not accept price gouging from the fertilizer monopoly. He's playing a really big blame game. Like, oh, gas prices are going up. It's not my fault. It's someone else's fault. Fertilizer prices, it's the price gouging. He's deflecting so hard. But when you're deflecting, like the bullets are they go other places and they're hitting all of our fucking allies, just like the Gulf states are getting hit by Iranian drones and missiles. American farmers, we have your back. That's what it was. It's because they're getting fucking destroyed for the midterms. So someone saw the terrible polling, saw the farmers were pissed that we weren't gonna. I hope you guys are looking forward to Bill Gates and God, what's their AI? What's the Microsoft AI?
Copilot.
Copilot. Fuck. If you guys are looking forward to Copilot farming all of our food for us, good news. Donald Trump's making it fucking happen.
I wanted to say Cortana, but no.
Yeah. American farmers, we have your back. Please, God, vote for me. And then it's just the President Donald J. Trump. Remember that one I said was the DJT? All these really terrible ones he did was this. And I'm not sure it's him. I don't know.
Amish create their own fertilizer?
Oh.
Well, you have to be resource rich. I remember when the Ukrainian stuff started, food kind of spiked in price because they're very rich in like nitrogen, I think is what it is, right?
That, and they're like, I was thinking, like methane and shit too. They were also the bread basket of like Europe as well. So yeah, farmers are pissed. We see what farmers doing in on Ireland. God, I keep wanting to say Israel. I'm turning it into a Jew obsessed Isaac. I can't stop thinking about Israel. Ireland. I'm gonna try to keep speed running so we can get to Ireland. God bless them. So, oh my God, his last week was insane.
Instead of the Irish pushing for commies, for once they're actually going against the commies. What a nice change. You love to see them.
It's lovely. We'll talk about your ginger people here in a moment, but first we got to talk Melania. This was apparently unannounced-ish. This like came out of nowhere. She literally just comes out and is like, I'm not friends with the Epstein and we need to look into all of these. So essentially, Trump's been like going to war against all the people pushing all the Epstein stuff, and then out of nowhere,
his wife.
When the word is that they're gonna finally like go after her for the email where she was way too nice to Ghislaine Maxwell. So you could argue it was just to get out ahead of that, but this had a serious feeling of her kind of breaking away from Trump a bit. Because one of the reasons he's covering all this shit up is to protect his friends, his Jewish billionaire friends. But one of the other people he's protecting is his wife. So this weird ass shit seems a little bit like
This was out of nowhere, too.
she was trying to like make it so he wasn't doing stuff to like protect her anymore. Like this kind of felt like she was breaking ranks a bit. It was weird. And okay, fine, maybe we're crazy. Except then it was followed up by the craziest fucking attack ever. These, man, when they're this fucking long, you know it's not
Go back
Trump.
to the OG character limit that he, when the
What was it, 144?
I think it may have even been less at one point. I don't remember.
So Dragon, this is insane. I don't want to go through all of it because everyone's already seen it. ABF, have you seen this like talked about?
I haven't actually read it or anything like that.
I waited a little bit because I couldn't, like I said, I haven't been very happy with him recently. And then once I read it, I said F you or something related 5+ times while reading it. It is an abomination. And I don't believe written by him, but he seems to endorse it. Him calling people out in this stuff, reporters have asked him about it, and he's responding like he's the one writing this stuff. I don't know what's happening. Possessed by demons.
He easily could be. He easily could be.
So, I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones. So Tucker and Alex is really all I care about. Who cares about Megyn or Candace?
Exactly.
And Tucker certainly has his issues, but he's also being pretty heroic these days, talking about the things he does. Have all been fighting me for years. They've all been fighting him for years. His biggest supporters have been fighting him for years.
That's not
especially by the fact that they think it is wonderful for Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror, to have a nuclear weapon. Did you guys know Tucker, Megyn, Candace, and Alex all support Iran getting a nuclear weapon?
Really? I did not know that. Wow.
Well, it's because
I haven't seen
Isaac
that tweet yet.
It's because Isaac, like you, they have one thing in common: low IQs.
Well, I do, but that's a different story.
Yes,
the highly educated, highly intellectual people.
That's where he left it, right? He moved on back to sanity. They're stupid people. They know it. Their families know it. And everyone else knows it too, ABF. I want to see Isaac's best impression of Tucker laughing, please.
Okay, that's all you get. But nonetheless,
I'd have to hear it.
I have to say too, I'm slightly Tucker indifferent. He's been pissing me off a little bit, to be totally honest.
Oh, don't worry.
I want to say one thing. I
have my segment to remind people not to be retards, and he's him and Nick are the
thing I have to say while we're talking about Tucker too. Forget about right now. Do you remember why he got fired from Fox News? Do you remember? Why did he get fired from Fox News?
For voting machines.
He wouldn't shut up about the fact that the 2020 election was stolen from Trump. He went to bat for Trump.
Him talking about the great replacement also was leading up to that as well.
Too,
they really hated him for that one.
That was a big one. You're muted, ABF.
Thank you. It's because I was typing out the super chat. He was just way too edgy on top of that. But yeah, there was probably something specific that got him fired.
Oh, he was needling. He was slightly asking for it. I would say he was poking the bear. But Alex Jones went to bat for Trump a lot. Put his neck out for Trump. Tucker.
Yes.
But Isaac, they don't have what it takes, and they never did. They've all been thrown off television, lost their shows, and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. And remember when I said the whole basket of deplorable things? Nut jobs, troublemakers.
This is the worst. I'll just say too. You know how you said you said F you 5 times? I only said fuck 10. You. I only said fuck you Trump once, and that was when he hit Alex Jones. You don't mess with Alex Jones.
Isaac will try again later. He's all tuckered out right now. So sure,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's good.
Did my mic even pick that up, or did it cut out? I don't know.
It cut out half of it.
It was good. It was good. And of course, we all know they will say anything that get them some clips. Or no, it's anything necessary for some free and cheap publicity. He called them clickbaiters and grifters, essentially. Now, they think they get some clicks because they have third-rate podcast. Didn't RFK just start a podcast? Oh my God, I hate him so much. But nobody's talking about them, and their views are the opposite of MAGA.
Alex Jones isn't even a podcaster. He's nationally syndicated.
Correct. And so, yeah. And their views are the opposite of MAGA. They had those views before you even decided to run for politics.
Yes.
You unprincipled. Yes, continue.
Alex Jones was calling out Bilderberg. He was trekking through the woods, going to, with camera crews, tracking down the cult shit going on, occult stuff up in Canada, everything.
But this doesn't feel New Yorker. We loved his New Yorker vibe. This is boomer brain rot vibe.
Well, here's the thing too. I love when he has this attitude towards the people who are actually trying to hurt America. When he says, the fake news is bad, not the podcasters, because we're at the point where the Republicans are quoting CNN polling as some sort of brag.
Isaac, you mean such as Trump doing it right fucking here next? So, of course, their views were the opposite of MAGA, or I wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. They're the reason why you won.
It was the podcast election.
MAGA agrees with me and just gave CNN a 100% approval rating of Trump. When he uses the third person Trump now, it fucking pisses me off, man. He is a maniac. Not hand-flailing fools like Tucker Carlson, who couldn't even finish college. He was a broken man when he got fired from Fox, and he's never been the same. Perhaps he should see a good psychiatrist.
He's never been more successful than when he was no longer at Fox. This is his greatest success now.
Yeah,
correct.
And I say this as somebody, I'm criticizing Tucker more and more as things go on. I agree with him on a hell of a lot. Also, culturally, I really like where Tucker comes from. He's
we criticize him because he's one of us now. Criticizing Trump. We're not criticizing one of us anymore.
I'm saying, even religiously, ideologically, I like Tucker. He's old stock, Anglo, Protestant, Yankee. I like a lot of that stuff. But the point is, the grifting for Muslims and stuff, and some of that, it's been pissing me off too. So call balls and strikes. But to say that Tucker is the opposite of MAGA, when all he ever talks about is wanting a country for his children and grandchildren to raise their families in, America first, very simple patriotic stuff.
He's so America, he's cosplaying as a hunter now. So he goes after Megyn Kelly like he has some opposition research, telling him what to write and shit. This is not him. And then he goes after Candace, where says he hopes she loses all her money against the first man of France. And then goes fucking crazy and it says, actually, to me, the First Lady of France is a far more beautiful woman than Candace. I'm not into black chicks, but that's fucking insane.
That's insane. And I'm just going to say, too, I've always said I think Candace Owens is crazy, and I think she's fake, and I'm not a fan of hers.
The leftist doxer who suddenly became a conservative.
Just
because, I don't trust her either.
Listen, this is a biblical concept. It's called ear tickling. You have to know when someone's just saying something to get your ears perked up. You got to cut through the bullshit and examine who they are on their record and where they've been. Candace Owens doesn't have a record I like.
Jake,
like I said, going after Alex.
That's what I'm about to say. What if I told you he then attacks Alex for Sandy Hook? And him going on Alex and doing the one interview he ever did with Alex is one of the things that got me to vote for him.
I watched that live.
Oh, God, I hate them. All right. Or bankrupt Alex Jones, literally about to lose InfoWars in 2 weeks. Oh, I fucking hate him. And the same lawyers that went after him are the same exact lawyers that went after Trump. It's the same Democrat lawfare, too.
I stand with Alex Jones all the way.
Who says some of the dumbest things and lost his entire fortune as he should have.
That's bold.
For his horrendous attack on the families of the Sandy Hook shooting victims, ridiculously claiming it was a hoax.
Which he never did. He never
hate
did. That's a lie. That's
Trump.
a lawsuit waiting.
Oh,
that's slander.
And you had Ed Martin having the evidence that the government conspired against Alex Jones to deprive him of his civil rights. And then Todd Blanche, just the number 2 at the DOJ, Trump's buddy, his personal lawyer he put in, destroyed Ed Martin and squashed that and then squashed Ed Martin afterwards. So Trump is directly involved with Alex continuing to be persecuted by the government.
I don't like that.
Dragon, how you feeling about Trump 2020 midterms 2028?
Well, all those people aren't on mainstream media anymore.
I'm sorry, Jake. Well, that's he thinks that Fox News and mainstream media gives you clout. He doesn't understand, and now they're attacking the podcasters who have actual clout.
We are the media now, or as Elon said, you are the media.
Yes, let that sink in, as Elon said. But and the point of the matter, Trump is talking about the mainstream media like that's some sort of legitimate thing or clout. The same mainstream media that called him a Nazi, that called him Hitler, that called him a rapist for years, and they still do to this day.
And now he's using
Don't
CNN as a reference.
Look, I will always defend Trump when the mainstream media says lies about him in that way. You don't have the right to slander anybody. And
there's
the fact
so
that
much more. It gets
the
so
fact
much
that
worse.
he's going
we don't
after
have time.
podcasters and not.
Oh, he attacks MTG in this as well. Marjorie Trader Brown calls her Marjorie Trader
Which
Brown.
I'll just say too, I've never even been her biggest fan, but she was the ultimate Trump supporter for years. I've always had issues with her. That's fine.
And Trump's people are constantly trying to get Alex to go to the White House, and he's always talked for a while about how he doesn't go. And because he knows how these Republican people are, it's fucking schmooze city. They're swamp creatures too, and he doesn't go. But hold on, but he turns him down, and then Trump, as president, I could get them on my side anytime I want to. But when they call, I don't return their calls because I'm too busy on world and country affairs. He's constantly calling everyone. That's one of the ways he enamors himself with people, why people get sucked into the cult, because he will literally call you and wish you a happy birthday, or be like, oh, is your wife's cancer treatments going good, or whatever. He's actually a good people person, but
that's how you run a business. That's how you take care of your people. Yeah.
But he's acting like, oh, I could get him to come to my party anytime I want, but I don't want him to come to my party. Marjorie Trader Brown. I don't want her here. He's
that's not good.
All support. I had to skip it. He's attacking Riley Gaines now.
I was kind of hoping we would get.
He was.
I just saw that right before the stream.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've only heard that he was attacking her. I don't know what the attacks were like.
Actually, I don't even like her. I wish the dude had won. Actually, I think he's more attractive than her.
Dude, of all people, she is the most normie, middle of the road, normie friendly person to be supporting you.
It's a good idea to put him on stage and hug her and stuff. Yeah, as he's done before. That was a good idea. Unlike attacking her.
Can I actually don't know why he went after her.
Because she's Christian and she didn't like him, his idolatry of making himself Jesus.
Oh, so that means she's the devil.
Yes,
So
but
you can't take
also
criticism anymore.
She's kind of been a little against the Iran war too. So it was previous anti-Semitisms too.
Wow.
Well, he promised no more wars.
So yeah, we'll get to Dr. Jesus.
She was
in a
actually
moment.
there at the RNC before he got elected. I saw her there.
So, cat turd. The FBI and DOJ should investigate every single influencer. What countries give them money, how much, and name names. Did you guys see this going around? All of the influence peddlers saying the same thing. This went out
because he blocked me. So
okay, well, So this went out to a bunch of them. It's the NPC thing. They're in some group chat or something, and then they just change a few words. I had some other things pulled up too. So Cat Turd
I'm
drops
sure
it.
Gunther Eagleman said something similar.
Oh,
too.
yes. Don't worry, we'll get to Joel Berry in a second. So Harmeet Dillon reposted it. One of the top law enforcement, civil rights and stuff, is retweeting Cat Turd about investigating every single influencer. So people like Rich Barris have been talking about this forever. The pollster guy, about how he's really tired of all the paid influencers, and now all of those paid influencers are turning it around. Owen Schroyer, there's an investigation underway into foreign actors on this app, says foreign actor on this app.
Yes.
And for a little receipt, Seth Dillon. Okay, so I thought it was Joel. Sorry, Seth Dillon.
They're the same.
Yeah, created in the same factory. Not sure this will. Oh wait, sorry. 0 Hour 1, also one of these. United States to investigate American influencers taking foreign money. So according to Emerald Robinson, this is just an intel op similar to Insurrection Barbie.
Insurrection Barbie. I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's been calling them out both. And then Seth Dillon, not sure this will ever happen, but there are loopholes being exploited right now. Money's getting funneled into influencer networks. Also support Israel, and then the influencer networks pay to post talking points. Also support Israel. Did you know it's Holocaust Remembrance Day, guys? So the influencers in most cases probably aren't receiving foreign funds directly. But remember when Lauren Chin took the Russian money on accident? Remember the Russians? Also support Israel, Holocaust Remembrance Day.
So the thing is, I would objectively support that on its face if it was applied equally.
It will not be.
It will not be. So that's
going to be applied like the anti-Jewish hate speech law or hate laws.
Yes.
Robert Barnes' first one.
This is going to be ADL all the way. Yeah.
It's called the Israel lobby. Yes. All right, now let's see. Oren, the left. We lost the election due to podcasters, and we have no idea how to compete. We need our own Joe Rogan, guys. Remember that? And we're like, we got the podcasters. We're the media now. And then now, though, establishment conservatives, we must destroy the podcasters.
Oh my gosh!
and Trump is leading the fucking charge. Classic boomer.
Like, to be fair, I'm not gonna.
I won't have to live through Gavin Newsom's reign through America, so it's fine. I don't care about your futures.
To be fair, I'm not going to vote for someone based on Joe Rogan having them on his show.
Oh, we're not normies,
that's what I'm saying. That's not the case for a lot of other people. Mm-hmm. If just simply Joe Rogan talking to somebody or, is going to be like, wow, I'm going to hear this person out, hear their talking points. And the fact that Kamala Harris would not go on the Joe Rogan show said a lot to people like, wow, Trump's actually willing to talk to the people. Cool.
Yeah, but also Joe Biden beat him while hiding in the basement. Will Chamberlain, neocon cuck extraordinaire. Trump has been exceedingly patient with the podcasters. Too patient, frankly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what a queer.
You mean your voter
frankly. Base? I agree that disunity is horrible in the run-up to the midterms. But it's on the podcasters to stop acting like complete clowns. Also, we're gonna genocide an entire civilization. If they still care about the coalition at all. You guys are the ones destroying the coalition. Also, we need to gatekeep Tucker out of the coalition, guys. It's your fault the coalition's imploding, but also we have to gatekeep anyone who's against Israel.
It's blame shifting for the inevitable.
Oh.
So that they don't take the heat. Yeah.
Shuan Head agrees. Ain't no way you guys are already damage controlling, planning to blame podcasters for possibly losing midterms. And not Epstein war with Iran. Yeah, we talked about it last week. I'm going to be blamed for all of this. The guy who's been against it from the beginning and didn't vote for Trump is going to be blamed for all the things Trump does.
This is one of those things like standing on principle. I was raised in a family and I do the same thing. I've never voted Democrat, never have, never will, never going to happen. But I don't, the Republican Party does not own my vote either. Each individual candidate has to earn it. And if there's nobody on the ballot on a personal level that I like, they're not getting my vote just because they have
I'm considering voting local, but my local people are letting all the damn street shitters in here, so I don't want to support them either if I'm being totally honest, but then I get more street shitters, so it's
It's
But
hit or
then
miss.
we're like,
Like I said,
I'm next to a city, so I do need to protect against the city as well. So
if you have a local, candidate, a governor, Congress, whatever, and you look into them like, oh wow, this person's actually pretty based. Yeah, vote for him, 100%.
Yeah, governor is the
100%.
most important one
Get
to
out,
turn out to.
get out to vote, and definitely secure your state and community like big time. That's the most important.
Vote local.
Yeah.
the Babylon BB absolutely crushing it. Megan, Tucker, Candace, and Alex Jones are wildly unpopular and irrelevant. Yeah, well, it'll also be their fault if Republicans lose the midterms, but also they're relevant.
Did you see what they did to the
Star of
Babylon B
David
logo?
Yeah, no, this is they're
That's hilarious.
I haven't seen a miss.
Awesome.
Have not seen a miss. Yeah, well, their whole thing is what covering the one, satirizing the one thing the bee won't sting. Yes, correct. As we just showcased with the foreign influence peddlers. Speaking of foreign influence peddlers, this abomination. Imagine looking like this.
Is that a dude?
Wouldn't be me. Yes, this is Larry Loomer, actually. Thank you for noticing. I'm just gonna admit it. I sent the president Tucker Carlson's clips so he can see the shit he says about him. Oh my God. She is tattling on Tucker, and I want that motherfucker. Yeah, I want that motherfucker Tucker to know that I'm the one who knifed him from the front. Guys, she has integrity and morals because she stabbed him from the front, guys.
She also said not too long ago, she's like, I don't believe in turn the other cheek. I don't believe in forgiveness. Yeah, well, because you're a Jew. You're not Christian. Obviously, you don't believe in forgiveness. So she always is saying, she's always like, I'm going to crush my enemies. I'm going to destroy anyone who disagrees with me. It's none of the...
It's bloodless boner, but for women. And dude, some of the craziest replies are from the MAGA bimbo, like middle-aged women. They're fucking
That's
insane.
one of the main reasons Christianity is so hated. We preach against bloodlust and the desire to kill and the desire and blood guilt too. The sins of the father do not pertain to the son. We don't believe in that.
I should also point out she backstabbed Trump too, because when he didn't annihilate a civilization, she was mad that he was negotiating instead of genociding Iran. Trump has sold out Israel to the terrorist mullahs in Tehran. The art of the deal was just the art of the betrayal. April 7th.
She's an idiot.
Yeah. Speaking of Dana Lash.
Dana Lash is such an idiot too.
How do you know if this is a paid influencer? Instead of using the term, so talk about how the whole deplorables, basket of deplorables, remember Hillary really tried to make alt-right a thing, and she successfully made alt-right a thing for a while. Also, it was like kind of real, but like the way they used it was not. They just called all of us alt-right. Now they've turned it into woke right is what they tried, which failed miserably, and we turned it against them. And since that failed, now they're using woke Reich. They're literally calling us Nazis.
Do you understand?
Even worse than basket of deplorables.
Do you understand how much Gen Z is going to embrace that shit? That's not a good idea if you know what's good for you. That's
the amount of people, like the British, who say that they sided with the wrong side in World War II is growing by the day.
The Zoomers who say I'd rather be speaking German than Arab.
That, and then we sided with the wrong side.
It's like, be careful what you wish for because Fafo is a thing.
Well, I see that the woke Reich, and it's like, yeah, the ones calling us Nazis are the ones actually acting like Marxists and
friendly reminder that the neocons are communist Trotskyites who teamed up with the Zionists and then got a little CIA Nazi blend when the Bushes joined them.
But they always talk about small government, bro. Small government.
And free trade for some reason.
Yeah.
I've been really proud of Benny Johnson. He is one I was a little concerned would just
same here. I was just trying to look that up.
He's been fairly consistent.
He's been
across the board.
He hasn't just been consistent. He's been very good and doubling down on
He's also I respected him when he was willing to die on the Christ is King hill, when he would not buckle under the pressure. Because even like Ted Cruz and others were saying, you're an anti-Semite, and he said, screw you, Christ is King. End of it.
Nick Sortor has once he got invited to the White House, he turned into these alert people, which are, by the way, going to be getting less monetization soon. Shout out Nikita Beer for that one. So I've been a little concerned about him too, because he's been hard chilling for the Trump admin. But Benny's been doing really good. And this one, so he made a whole video about how Trump got lied to. And then he called on Bibi and Zelensky to be banned from the White House for lying to the Trump. We certainly don't want some other nation to walk in our White House and lie about an operation or president. It's unforgivable as far as I'm concerned. ABF, did you expect Benny to say Bibi should be banned from the White House?
Yeah, I could see it.
Same here.
You could see Benny saying it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it's that crazy to say. I mean, yeah, it actually makes sense.
Isaac, explain to ABF that you're really not allowed to say that as of like until
I understand.
A couple months ago.
No, I fully understand where ABF's
You're
coming
really
from,
not allowed to say that.
No, consistently speaking, if you're a consistent, person on principle, you're going to say that. But that is the golden calf of the, Con Inc. mainstream conservative.
Because it's one thing to just not shill for Trump, but to come out with this hard of integrity.
Yes.
I wasn't sure the allegedly gay man was capable of it, and he's been doing a very good job. Yeah, I like legit. I am genuinely proud of him. Matt Walsh also continues to crush it.
Dude, this goes down to what people say too. He got married and has kids. So he's worried about the future of his nation.
And then I forgot Laura Loomer, I was supposed to show, replied that he's woke right now.
Oh,
and that's why it takes some balls to do.
Wait, you're saying
I
the
wasn't sure he had
childless
the
cat
balls.
lady with a nose the size of Brooklyn is calling him woke, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes,
yeah.
that one. Remember last week when I told you that she was also trying to get Tulsi Gabbard fired and was going to get Tulsi Gabbard fired until Roger Stone managed to stop it last second? He now confirms it. So Larry Loomer literally just running through trying to get rid of the best parts of the administration for a foreign government who hates us.
I just want to say,
take us
totally
down a few
irrelevant too. At least I've never been involuntarily institutionalized in a mental facility. Not that that's relevant to anything.
Happens to the best of us. The polling has been atrocious. I assume this is generic. Republicans are down like 11 points going into the midterms, and things are going to get worse as this forever war continues on forever. All right, now don't get so obsessed with Israel that you horseshoe around to being a retarded leftist, Tucker. The people in charge don't want you to know this, but Muslims love Jesus. Islam reveres him as a major. I'm just ending that tardation there. Isaac, make it quick.
Yeah, make it quick. So the fact of the matter is Christians adhere to the fact that Jesus Christ is God. Muslims treat the historical figure of Jesus Christ as non-deity. They see, he was just a prophet, second after Muhammad.
Risk it. Careful. You're about to get neocon alerted. That's Rich Barris. Have some fucking respect. There's literally 2 pollsters on the planet you can trust. Have some respect.
The argument Tucker's making, it's an incorrect argument. Muslims do not see Christ as God. And Christ said, if you love me, you will heed my commands. And they're not doing that. Muslims do not love Jesus. Jews do not love Jesus.
Oh, God.
Christians
Okay, that's
Jesus.
retarded. No, they hate Christians. They don't. That's just a lie. They're just trying to get into the West to destroy us. They hate Jesus.
Yes.
Who do you think hates Jesus more, Muslims or Jews? It's pretty close, I'd say.
Jews say that Jesus is boiling in hell in human excrement. Muslims say he's a irrelevant prophet, which is not true.
But then massacre all of his followers.
Correct.
So I guess the other ones do kind of love doing that too, but they do it through more insidious means. Interesting.
Christ said, if you love me, you will heed my commandments. So they don't love Jesus.
Next segment for Don't Be a Retard. Nick Fuentes stars in this one. Pakistan has nukes. Yeah, has nukes pointed at India and Israel, but we're supposed to hate Pakistan?
Yes, I hate Pakistanis. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I guess I'm a Jew or something now. I don't know. I hate Pakistan.
All right, now
I can
back
hate
to Trump.
everybody that hates me, and not in the spiritual level. I hope they're saved and become Christians. But my point of the matter is, I don't want them in my country or influencing my country. I don't like any of them.
I love them, but I hope they fail and I succeed.
Yes.
World's most powerful reset. We're living through Trump's great reset, guys. Any
It's just
concerns?
pig's blood.
I mean, I would be like, does that? It goes back to what I always say. How does that benefit us, the American people? The restructuring of power, is it going to bulwark and build up the American empire? Then I would be fine with that. Make that argument, but that argument's not being made. So
we're resetting into a Chinese century. So this April 10th, I dropped several FUs. And then so he followed that up. So he's thinking about the Great Reset, and then for some reason that has him thinking about Palantir has proven to have great war fighting capabilities and equipment. Just ask our enemies.
Terminator was a documentary.
So when I say
it's a woman running his account.
When I say, well, yeah, the social media people. When I say techno-Jew, that's many different people, a somewhat connected group, some a little more less affiliated. It's more like little tech, who are also, it's a bunch of wall-touching little tech. I would put the Ellisons in this one as well. Elon even kind of dabbles as well, because the PayPal Mafia is part of it, such as Peter Thiel. So when I warn about the techno-Jews trying to take power, I'm talking about Palantir. And Trump talks about a great reset and then basically puts out a paid promotion for the techno-Jews.
And all of our Congress are investors of that company as well, including the ones that, decide to use it in the committees.
Just remember, if you have any electronics in your home, you have no sense of privacy whatsoever. Privacy is an illusion in the technological age. Also, never get the chip in your head too. Just the thought.
Well,
never
Snowden warned us that the CIA or whoever, they can just turn on your web camera.
Yes.
So.
Snowden, very relevant to a lot of conversations here.
Right.
So.
It's been that way for a very long time. Back even whenever I was in the military.
So I hadn't seen this. So that was the 10th. Oh my God. So you know how the Trump admin have turned out to be a bunch of scammers and grifters and like crypto pump and dumpers and shit? I didn't even see this. I didn't even think about it. Palantir's stock price was at 160 and was nosediving. Goes back up, nosedives. When do you guys think he wrote the tweet? What date do you guys think he wrote the tweet?
Right when it started going up.
Did you know? I heard
Holy
this the
fuck.
other day.
Crypto fucking pump and dump, like paid holy
Erwin.
Holy
Peter
fuck.
Thiel. Peter Thiel. Do you know what he calls the employees and supporters and users of Palantir? Palantirians. He refers to them as that. We are Palantirians. It's like it's a nation.
Yes, to fight the Antichrist, if I'm not mistaken.
But literally, it's like that is like a nationalist mindset around a company.
Yeah.
Yes, Jake. Yes. I can't help but notice.
Let's keep moving. And then, so that was the 10th. So he attacked on the 9th. He attacked all of the podcasters.
Your biggest supporters.
So the next day, he attacked his biggest supporters. The next day, he came out and endorsed the worst person possible to endorse. Who do you think he endorsed?
Gavin Newsom.
Hint, he's gay.
Worse.
Do you know who that is?
Senator Lindsey Graham is doing a fantastic job. He's running against a lunatic named Mark Lynch, who supports perhaps the worst congressman in the history of our country, Thomas Massey. Don't vote for Lindsey Graham because Lindsey Graham's opponent likes Thomas Massey. I don't have to go into great detail, but needless to say, Mark Lynch would be a disaster for the Republican Party, and Lindsey Graham just gets the job done. Vote for Lindsay all the way. MAGA.
What was Drew's response to that? Did you have Drew's response up? That last tab you had. Okay, whatever.
Oh, Trump is out here endorsing Lindsey Graham again. This is MAGA now.
Right. So exactly, it's like the shifting of the what do you call it? But nonetheless, it's I don't want to trade Tucker for Lindsey Graham in MAGA.
And then he started attacking the Pope. Yeah, the Pope is a globalist, but also you need Catholics on your side. And so then after feuding with the Pope, he decided to post his Trump Jesus meme, which he took from someone. But there's one little difference from the original one,
That's what
Isaac.
caught my eye. Yeah. That was the main thing that caught my eye. Yeah.
ABF, you seen this?
No.
Not this detail you're talking about.
So it was
That's the one he posted.
It was just like soldiers coming out. This it looked just like the guy on like the left and the right.
Mm-hmm.
This thing in the middle looked more like an angel or a demon to you, ABF.
Yeah, it looks kind of like one of those shadow dealies from Lord of the Rings.
Yes, the helmet. Yes, because in the original it looks like this. It's the exact same, except for this weird demonic figure, this bright light, like a morning star kind of a figure, one could say.
That's the Anunnaki.
Now, yes. So Trump posts this, pisses everyone off. Literally, it was an everyone disliked that situation. Even the tards supporting Iran. This got an FU from me for sure. And then finally deletes it. Someone brings
less
it up.
than 24 hours.
Yeah, it was so bad. Even Trump, after doubling down, deleted it. ABF, did you hear his excuse for why he posted this?
I did, but really quick, Isaac sent this to me like after one of our gaming sessions, and I didn't even have to think about it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, that was like my knee-jerk reaction.
And then even doubling down on top of that was like he said, "Oh, I'm just a doctor. I'm a doctor."
Yes.
It's like, bro, shut
for those
the fuck
who didn't
up.
hear, oh, I wasn't Jesus. I was a Red Cross doctor
He had
healing
glowing light
one.
out of his hand. Light was emanating from his
'cause he's
doctor's
healing.
that dude.
Yeah, that's what he thought, that he was like a Red Cross person or something.
And he
right? Is that
said
what
he said because there's Red Cross person there. There's a nurse. There's no Red Cross people here. He just made it up full gaslight mode and said he thought he was just healing people. And that then if you thought that he made himself Jesus, you are fake news. You shouldn't be trusted. And then he was doing this as some like healthcare thing where the reporter who asked, he goes, "Oh, isn't your like husband getting cancer treatments?" In front of everyone, brings up her husband's like medical issues going on. And then she's like, yeah. It's like, oh, well, this helps him. Like, he should be grateful. So he like nagged her fucking husband going through cancer treatments for asking the question.
How's it gonna help her? Is Trump gonna go heal him? Is that what he's?
That's what he said. He's healing the nation with that legislation. He's healing the nation, and that's what he thought he was doing. He didn't think he was being Jesus after fighting the Pope the day before.
I'm all good with that
future
part. Fight
boy.
the Pope.
Yeah, fighting the Pope. I
Fighting the
totally
Pope is a very
understand
good
that.
thing. Get the Pope out of American politics, 100%. But this is blasphemous. This image, yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He pissed off the Catholics, and then he pissed off every Christian the next
just
day.
legitimately speaking, I'm anti-Pope, but you don't want to piss off your voter base, and a lot of Catholics who traditionally do vote Democrat did switch in 2024, and a lot of them did vote for Trump.
I didn't think Trump was going to take it down. I saw a lot of people thinking he wasn't going to take it down. I'm actually shocked. I wouldn't be surprised if someone deleted it though.
Yeah,
like I'm just like he doesn't write them. Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah,
and that was the end. Yes. That was the end of Trump's no good, very bad week, and it can't get worse from there, right?
Can I make one point just on this particular?
Yes, and then we'll talk Ireland, and then we'll get out of here.
No, a lot of people were framing this as like, oh, Trump, he has a long history of posting offensive things to piss off the left, piss off the fake news. This making fun of Jesus does not piss off the left. It pisses off your supporters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The left hates Jesus. The people that love Jesus are your voter base.
And that's why it's okay. You should be concerned about him disrespecting Allah, because he and less than a week later disrespected your God too. Just throwing it out there. Maybe don't be Allahu Akbar and maybe don't support him. Well, like, it's cool. He's just disrespecting Muslims. Like, that's funny and like cool, right? Like, screw Muslims. Like, no, that's fucking gross and cringe and weird and like eye pokey. And then he immediately just does it to Christian because
it's hard.
People are realizing he's not Christian. He's because he's not a Christian. He is not Christian.
He openly says he's not. Yeah,
it was pretty apparent when he was asked like what his favorite version of the Bible was, and he's like, oh, probably both.
About equal.
I mean, but we all do. We're like, okay, whatever.
He's always saying, I don't think I'm good enough to get into heaven. Maybe we'll see. It's like, dude, you don't believe in Jesus. End of the day, he's not a Christian. And honestly, I pray for him. He's the president. I urge everybody, pray for President Trump. Pray for wisdom,
he's currently possessed by a demon. He needs prayers to get he had that protection around him. We've heard the leftist SJW witches try to curse him, and they say he's protected. He lost the protection. How do you get it back? You pray it back into place.
He got shot and lived.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Do you think he's got God's hand on his shoulder to push him out of the way for the next attempt? I think he's lost it.
You cannot be blaspheming God and putting yourself up to God's level with images like that and expect blessing. Like, if it was as simple as like you add a strip of blue to that robe, like, oh, I'm wearing a red, white, and blue robe. I'm draped in the American flag. I'm healing the country. No, the white with the red around the shoulders, that's a very priestly. It's high priestly and a lot of depictions of Jesus. Yes.
You type in, like Amazon Jesus, like go to Amazon, type in Jesus costume. It's going to look very
on the
similar.
Cross on a church, we have a red drapery on it to represent the crimson blood of Christ.
Oh my God. Yes. Pray at the wall and you lose your spiritual protection. Genuinely.
Well, the Wailing Wall is the Antichrist's monument.
I will leave that question to Benny Johnson to answer for me. All right,
we're going to do this. Torn down by Christ.
We're going to do this super quick, so ABF can get out of here to play some Crimson Desert over on ABF Gaming. And you guys know about Ireland? This has been suppressed, even on like our side of X. You guys know anything about what's going on in Ireland right now?
I only saw Conor McGregor's comment on it, and that's it. I know nothing outside.
The place is deteriorating.
They're in full-blown revolution mode right now.
Oh, great.
It started out with the fuel shortages. Remember when I told you we're fucking over Europe with all the fuel problems? Well, it's already causing revolutions in Europe. So
they've been run by commies for years now.
Oh, yeah, and they have a problem just like us, where both sides, you can't vote your way out of it there. And
they edit their constitution on a yearly basis.
Yeah.
So, and then Ireland also has some troubles, such as the Troubles and things like that. They're a very ruly nation, and them or England, like as far as the UK popping off, those are the most likely places. So it started off with fuel shortages, but then turned into a everything protest. And this is one of the big parts is the farmers in Europe. The farmers love to go downtown and pull a Canadian trucker situation and just take your tractors downtown.
Hell yeah.
And just park them. The buses, a lot of them, since they can't move, they've gotten out too. Yeah. It is the trucker protest. They're shutting down Dublin. And then Conor McGregor, talk about some standards, person integrity. He's been talking like wanting to get into politics for a while. And he has stepped up during this. And he is very proud of what he is doing. And then you also just get like random cute like Irish farmer girls with super attractive accents, and I find her very, 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 very attractive. And I've seen a few of her videos pop up in my feed now. So it's from little to big, everyone coming out against this shit. Ireland now has 23% of its population as foreign born. If they do not rise up now, they will be wiped off the face of the earth.
I have seen headlines too. Leftist newspapers like the Daily Mail and others like that are saying, these right-wing extremists and hatred and bigotry, hating foreigners and stuff. It's like, we don't want to be invaded in the West.
That only works for a little while, Isaac. like people just embrace being, they're like, okay, I guess I'm right winger then if I believe,
guess I
you
am
know,
now.
this
I
thing
just
is
want to have
that,
a
yeah.
country to live. And
So,
it's,
but that's the thing is they're literally saying the fighting Irish are back. They found their fighting spirit. That's what we need. That's where it's going to pop off. For white people, it would be like the Irish. That was one of the things about like black people love them or hate them during lockdowns. Their stubbornness. They were the number one demographic to not take the death jabs and stuff like that.
Yes.
We need that, like that brutishness when it comes to the AI. We need the monkey brain. There isn't. I don't support full chimping because then no one listens to you.
Right.
But you do need some chimps to get things rolling.
we need to have a sense of identity as a people. And that's essential for our survival, for white people, and especially white people in the West.
It's a bit easier in like Ireland and Irish to get together because you're all Irish people. Where in America, it's a little more difficult to do.
It's a little more difficult, but it's absolutely not impossible either. So
yeah. Now, moving along, and of course, just like Canada, being ripped out of tractors, and they have the military there too. Like it's genuine tense standoff. So yeah, huge protest. Yeah, practically like martial law. They're sicking the troops on protesters. And how much have you guys heard about it?
None.
Not much. No.
Zero.
Also, the Irish have a funny way of. Yeah.
And how much did the Iranian freedom fighters? How much did you hear about them on your timelines?
Oh, that's all I ever heard, without seeing much footage either.
30 to 50,000 of them got massacred, Isaac.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
But if one of these people die, do you think you'll be seeing it on your timeline?
Well, the media doesn't want us to know that white people are rising up to secure their nations. So
God forbid.
It's almost like there's a bias. Is there a bias in the media? Wow.
It's almost like a tiny demographic controls them and really hates European Christians. It's so weird. We should look into that. So it got so far to where they held a no confidence vote today, and it did not pass. So that's the step towards getting the government out to get new elections is the no confidence vote, and it failed. So more people went out on the streets, and it just made them double down even more. Just like those Canadian truckers, I can't believe I'm posting this. This is one of the main accounts that keeps popping up in mine. Even Elon responded to this one. But I believe the Irish government has frozen my bank account. My bank card has not been
is real.
Yeah, has not been working since yesterday when I post about the current protests on Ireland began to go viral.
That's exactly what they did with the truckers.
This is insanity. The Irish government is drunk on power, and Elon says, "Really?" And this is why they want the digital IDs and the digital currency. And they're going to be, I wanted to bring it up with New York and Mamdani realizing they don't have any money. And so now he's having to cut back on everything. That's what's coming. And a big part of that is going to be raising taxes. What are the Democrats already trying to do? Wealth taxes everywhere, such as like in California and stuff like that. So that's going to be
taxes, moving out of state. They're going to fine you.
Yeah. And then instead of cutting all the programs that are, going to Somali scammers and stuff like that, they're going to cut everyone's like healthcare and shit like that. So that way they can create death panels or whatever. So it's austerity is usually what they'll refer to it in like Europe when they do that sort of stuff, usually forced on them by the EU purposely to fuck things more, such as in like Greece. And I think a couple other countries have had to deal with that sort of shit. So yeah, don't accept digital IDs. The final one,
never.
And this is why it's so important. This was a few days after getting debanked, still posting this. If the Irish government collapses tomorrow, the ripple effects across Europe could be enormous. Correct. It would show people in the rest of Europe how easy it is to stop their governments from destroying their countries if they just stand up and fight back. Please let it happen. It's so true, and that's why they have to do zero coverage. This has to be hidden completely. It has to be memory hold. It's going to be attacked. There's going to be debanking.
Because they know a lot of people will support it worldwide.
Yeah, this is going to be crushed. Because, the Canadian truckers, that spread like worldwide. So, this is going to be crushed. So, if you guys see it pop up in your timelines, please, God, at least hit that like button.
And I'm just going to say, if you're a student of history, this is how things happen. This is how things happen.
Yeah, it's nothing happens until everything happens.
Exactly, and then it just boom. You know,
ABF, you got
like I said, until things happen.
You have any gaming streams coming up here in a moment?
Yes, actually I do. Funny you should ask. I was gifted Crimson Desert by Tomac on my birthday, which is like, was that a $60 or $70 game?
$70 game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see what all the hype is about. I actually wasn't gonna pick it up, but I do want to play it so that I know how to talk about it better.
Risket says, GG. Appreciate you, Risket. No hard feelings with anyone. All right, we're over, guys. Any disagreements we had, we can put it off and ignore them till next week, and then we can call each other retarded and gay then. But till then, we're friends again. Appreciate you. I'm Magnan, slipping a $5 in the old G-string before we go. I'm part Irish. Hail to the potato eaters for a $5. So true, Magnum. Like legit, like we have to stand with our Europeans. We'll call them our European brothers, guys.
Part of our tribe.
We need to stand.
I'm literally 0% Celtic whatsoever. So leave me the hell alone. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm like
the lighting may disagree, but
I'm like half English, so yeah, I really shouldn't be supporting the Irish, but I do because we have to support our European brothers, guys. Because it's literally us versus the world.
I'm an Anglo-Protestant, and I'm like, oh, those damn Irish. But at the end of the day, they're not trying to cut my head off and ruin my country and all that stuff. So
at the same time, we should be happy with what we have here because I've been to Ireland and I remember being on a tour bus and the lady on the microphone was saying how proud she is of her country for editing in transgenders into their constitution.
It's crazy.
This was like a decade ago, Erwin.
Yeah, I actually have a clip for that.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Bang!
In Minecraft. Yeah, sorry, Dragon, you were saying there's no such thing as trannies. All right. So yeah, ABF's going to be playing some Crimson Desert over on ABF Gaming. We'll go into the outro, he'll skedaddle, and he'll be starting to write up, right?
Yep.
So yeah, we'll write in there. If he's not going, you won't have to wait long at all. Isaac, what you got coming up?
I will be streaming Golden Age podcast this Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, before we raid ABF vigorously and forcefully. So
give them golden
make
showers.
Sure you subscribe. Yes, we are. Subscribe, trying to hit 1,000 before the end of the year. New goal. Appreciate all the support. It's so much fun streaming over there. It's fun streaming here. Great community. And go watch ABF after this. Going to be a good stream.
Yeah. Dragonwise. So we caught you up on the news. What?
Yes.
Oh, well,
appreciate it.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Hayden just dropped a 50. ABF, you want to just go ahead and skedaddle? We'll take this, and then we'll raid you once you're gone.
He's talking about me a little bit.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Hayden, Wayne for 50. Well, actually, we might need to do a little wheel spin. I just went on because I got to drive home. Wasn't on because I got to drive home tomorrow. Oh, ABF, it might take you a bit to get into Crimson Desert, but when it grabs you by the pussy.
Yeah, when season 10, that's when it starts to get good, right?
Well, I'm my buddy. I went over and hung out with him for a bit while he was playing. I get it though. Like, if I was more into those sorts of games, like if I was gonna buy it, if I'd bought it, I'm not sure we'd be finishing the Relooted vid series.
I want to play it really bad. I want to play it. I can't run it on this piece of shit potato, but I want to play it really bad.
My buddy's playing it on his PS5, not even Pro, and he keeps going on about how good the graphics are. Fucking crazy. Well, yes, Aiden, appreciate you stopping by. We have a clip for that.
I'm hungry. Found it. I had a feeling it was a big one.
Girthy. I saw a free run figure today and I kind of wanted to buy it, even though I don't like free run. But I'm like, but Hayden and Jess will be happy.
The more the less I like. I'm sorry. That's all I'm gonna say. So
ABF, have you watched any season 2?
Not season 2, no. Because Jess was like, we're going to watch it in subtitle. I'm like, I'm not interested.
Wow. What the is Raw Deal? All right, I'm going to get these going, and then we'll skedaddle, and obviously we'll be going into ABS. What the? 1986 Raw Deal?
Oh, Raw Deal?
Oh, Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
A former FBI agent turned small-town sheriff agrees to help the FBI chief infiltrate the Chicago Mafia. Raw Deal. All right. Well, that is going on. Raw deal. Let's see. Watching a bunch of comedies this week. I'm looking forward to it. Some Hot Tub Time Machine.
I love that movie. It's
Black
like a
Sheep.
modern comedy.
I've only seen the once a long time ago, and I really enjoyed it too. So I'm looking forward to it.
They dropped the bundle of six word in that.
I saw that because
nice.
of ABF. I'm like, dude, this is the height of comedy.
I think I'm gonna get you, sucker. Oh, it popped off, but Oppenheimer. Haven't seen.
I liked it. I think it's a good one-time watch. I really do.
Yeah, I'm not a biopic. You can do the like slower biopic stuff a little better than me. So I don't know. I'm interested.
Yeah.
To be honest, I kind of prefer the 5.2 out of 10 Schwarzenegger one, though, if I'm being totally honest. But I'd probably get more cultured with Oppenheimer. THX 1138? Nope. Wicca Wicca, Wild Wild West, Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. I saw that obviously back in the day, and I would like some Will Smith back in my life. So we got Raw Deal, some Schwarzenegger, some Oppenheimer, some Class Nolan, or Wicca Wicca, Wild Wild West, Jim West, Desperado. I want Wild Wild West. All right, the voting is up there. All right, we're gonna appreciate you, Hayden. We are going to do some outros, and then we're gonna raid into ABF. Gonna play some Crimson Desert, and we'll be seeing you over tomorrow on Badger Stream, and be back on Thursday for some open bar pregame. Appreciate you all so much. I found my outro again. Couldn't do this without you. And we will see you later over on ABF's channel.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Come on.
Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
Isaac, can you give us a Tucker laugh for the road, please?
I tried.